This is Payroll Tips. My name's Peter Granston.
Today we have a question from Max. He asked, how can I store employee details in Calc for Tax? Timesaver Calc for Tax is not a HR system as such, but does store the information needed to submit real-time information to Hmrc. There are two levels of information that can be stored against an employee: Payslip information and RTI details. First we'll add the first level of information. Some people only use this if they don't use RTI and only use our software to calculate and produce payslips. So we will start Timesaver Calc for Tax and enter basic pay of £4,000. I will calculate this so we get the statutory deductions. Now I will click the Info button and add the details needed just to produce a payslip. I can store the payslip now, and that would be all the information needed to print off a payslip. Next month we would recall the payslip and produce next month's cumulative payslip. Now if we are submitting real-time information, we will need to add more employee details. For this we will run Timesaver RTI. You can see the payslip we produced with Timesaver Calc for Tax. We have already entered basic information here and the calculation. Now we will enter the information needed for a full payment submission. The system will point out what details are mandatory. The software stores information under tabs. A tab with an exclamation mark means there is a mandatory field under it. As the data structure is multi-level, when you select a tab, a new selection of tabs is displayed. For example, when I select Employee, a new selection of tabs is displayed: Employee Details and Employment. To go back a level, click the back arrow. Now we will enter all the mandatory information needed to make a full payment submission. Employer Ref should have all your employer information already filled in, but if not, click on the My Employer Details tab at the top and fill in your information. Let's start filling in all the details under a full payment submission for my payslip. Make sure the correct payslip is selected and then click the Employee tab. Full payment submission. Now click Employee. Employee Details. And fill in date of birth and current gender. Now click Name. It will take out my initial and enter my forename. I could go on to fill in my address, but that's not necessary. Click the back button twice and then click Employment. You can see there is a required field that needs to be filled in payment. Number of working hours. The system will remember any static information. The next time you submit a full payment submission, you will only have to fill in fields that the system thinks should be changed. Now we have all green ticks, and we can click the Submit button.